Hello, Libra. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Aviana. This is Aviana's Ascension, and today we are going to see what is coming your way for the month of August. So thank you so much for watching. Just take what resonates, and if you would like the most accurate message, check out your other placements as well. So let's get into because I like to channel your guys' energy before I start shuffling and getting into the cards. So it was really interesting. So I saw you kind of looking through a telescope. It was kind of giving like Peter Pan and Neverland, like pirate vibes. You were looking through the telescope and you saw something, then you kind of got on a zip line and went and like kind of beat somebody up, right? Like you saw some bad guy doing something, so you took matters into your own hands. And then I saw you meditating. So it was very interesting. It was kind of a balance of masculine and feminine energy, right? Like going within, listening to your intuition, but also taking action when needed. It was really interesting. I I feel like it was also an energy of like you talked the talk, now you're walking the walk as well. So I don't really know where we're going to go with this reading or what that exactly was. I literally was like getting the vision and I was like, what is happening? And then I just tuned into my heart because my brain was trying to make logic out of it. And I was like, this one's, just for the intuition, just for the heart. So, however that resonated with you, you let me know. Do you have a telescope? Are you into pirates? Maybe you liked Peter Pan when you were younger. But I do feel like it could also be a matter of like maybe needing to think before you act, because I saw the action and then I saw the meditation. So maybe there's could be needing to go within, reflect, meditate on things before making decisions and taking action as well. But let's see. Let's see what's going on. We're going to start with the tarot. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Cups. So I definitely see you following your intuition, maybe going towards new creative endeavors. Maybe there's some sort of fun surprises in store for you. We have the Four Cups. A lot of people are getting this Four Cups. So it's like there's a perspective change and attitude adjustment that may be required here. You may be wanting to start new chapters, going towards new things, but then maybe you second guess it. Yeah, see, there's the moon. There's some sort of doubt and fear when it comes to new beginnings for yourself that involve you following your intuition, your creativity, following your heart. There's a need. Okay, okay. There's a need to change your perspective when it comes to your doubt, your fear, something below the surface. Could have to do with some sort of breakup, a betrayal, some sort of painful ending where you kind of just had to like pretend like you were fine or just ignore the energy, but now it's coming to the point where you have to go within and kind of uncover it and deal with it. Like look at all the dark energy in these three cards, right? And it's not bad. Don't be scared. We're chilling. But yeah, I mean, I will never tell you guys anything is out of your control, like, because we all create our own reality. So it's time to reassess this energy here. You have the Page of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords. It's just time for you to follow your truth with confidence. Time to go towards what you want to go towards confidently, okay? And that's what that Page of Cups is talking about. But we see there's a lot that is holding you back from that. So let's get into it. Let's see what's going on. All right, messages for Libra, please and thank you. All right. Okay, we have the King of Cups with the Empress, King of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. Okay. So I definitely see you're wanting to start a new beginning for yourself, right? With the Ace of Wands. This is following your passion, wanting to take action, feeling excited about some things. And with the King of Cups, the Empress. This is about tapping into your feminine energy. The King of Cups is obviously a king, but to me, he is a lot more of the feminine energy out of all the kings, because he's about, tuning into his emotions, listening to his intuition, but he doesn't let those things drown him, and he doesn't let those things get the best of him. So I just feel like you're wanting to birth new ideas. You're wanting to bring something into this physical reality. But I don't know, there may be some sort of hiccups with it. But the King of Pentacles, this could be somebody who wants to help you, or maybe this is the energy you need to tap into. This is someone who's very generous, wise. This is someone who helps people out and has a lot of security and stability. Maybe that's what you're wanting in life and what you're trying to call in for yourself. Let's just see. Let's just get into it. See what's going on. We do have the Sun card, the Strength card. So I do see like a lot of joy, optimism, happiness, and beauty for you, but there's a side of you, your animal instinct and your higher self. There needs to be a balance between these two versions of you. This could involve some inner child healing that needs to happen. So let's get into it. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Tell me more about the King of Cups, the Empress for Libra. All right, let's see this. Fell on the floor. Boop. All right, we have the Knight of Cups, the High Priestess. I mean, yeah, this is an energy of wanting to follow your heart, follow your intuition. You are needing to tap into your feminine energy at this time. We all have it. It does not matter how you identify, or none of that. Spirit don't care about that. You know what I mean? This is a matter of following your heart, doing so vulnerably, authentically, and trusting that you will get everything figured out. This is a matter also of blending that shadow self with the lighter self. There needs to be, these two versions of you are bumping heads. And I was just telling someone earlier during a reading, like, we don't ever, like, yes, the shadow can turn into the light, whatever, but I don't believe that's how it really goes down. I think it's a matter of shining a light on the shadow and moving with more awareness, more acceptance, more love for that aspect of yourself. And through that, that's how we get the shadow to no longer self-sabotage, but to be aware of how it works for us. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what you're needing here. You're needing to look at the part of yourself that's holding you back, that's fearful of following your heart, and seeing what does that version of you need to feel more love and acceptance. Because, yeah, I just see that you're wanting to go towards something, but you need to go towards it with confidence, with faith. You need to be clear and honest about what it is you want. All right, tell me more about the King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. All right, we have the Nine of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's two aces. You definitely want a new beginning here. And with the King of Pentacles, maybe you're worried that you don't have the resources, the security, the stability, whatever, to make it come true for you. But those are just excuses. Those are just limitations. You are not a limited being. Obviously, yes, you're a human. You can't fly, whatever. But you can create your own reality. You can co-create with the universe. You are the universe having a human experience. So I'm just saying, if, you know, all these celebrities can make things happen for themselves, why can't you? You know what I mean? Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Do not limit yourself here. I really feel like that's what's at the root of this. We have the Justice card, the Five of Pentacles, the Devil. I told you. I called it. I knew it. Okay, let me relax. I just got excited. Justice, this is your card, Libra. Surrounded by the Five of Pentacles and the Devil. Look at that. There are low vibrations stopping you from being your higher self. And listen, I know people want to say, well, I can't control the energy. Yes, you can. Okay? You don't have to give in to these energies. You don't have to listen to the negative voice in your head. You don't have to let your past trauma affect your present day. Those are choices. You may not know how to stop that, but it's a choice to figure out how to do so. That's what Spirit wants you to do here. All right, tell me more about the Ace of Cups and Nine of Swords. We have the Fool, the Knight of Swords, the Three of Cups. So yeah. Spirit wants you to follow your heart. Spirit wants you, especially with the Fool, That's all about taking a leap of faith and trusting that the universe is going to catch you. They're giving you the green light here. They're saying, hey, we're on your side. We want this to work out for you. And with the Three of Cups, there could be people surrounding you that also want this to work for you, that also want you to pour into yourself. They want to celebrate you. They want a family and, you know, love and support to be there for you. I really think it's the mindset here that's keeping you stuck. Tell me more about the High Priestess, the Knight of Cups. All right, we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Queen of Swords, the Moon card. Again, the Moon. Look, like Spirit's saying, if you really try, if you really trust, and you follow your heart, and you go towards something authentically, listen to your intuition, and not let the outside world or your past or whatever keep you held back, you will go towards success. There will be the opportunities there for you. But closed mouths don't get fed, okay? And also, look, 3 aces already. And with the Fool card, it's time for a new beginning for you. You are holding yourself back, okay? Don't do that. Because with the Moon card, there is some sort of doubt. There is some sort of fear. There's something below the surface that's getting you to question if this is possible for you. But it is. It is possible. You just have to set those boundaries with yourself. You have to trust yourself. You have to listen to your intuition. You have to go towards what is right for you. Yeah, like I just see you really keeping yourself stuck. Letting the doubt, the fear, the past really keep you stuck. There could be certain loved ones, family members, friends that are really trying to support you during this time. Let them in. All right. Tell me more about the Moon for Libra. We have the Strength card, the Ace of Swords, the Emperor. Yeah. I think it's a matter of like your connection with your masculine versus feminine energy. I think you think it has to be a certain way. You have to, like with the King of Pentacles, you think you have to have all your ducks in a row, all this stuff ready to go before taking the action, before going towards something, and that's not the case. Usually you have to do something scared. Usually, like Spirit's not going to set it up perfectly for you to, make it happen for yourself. You got to do it. You have to believe in it. You have to bet on it. And the part of you that needs that, it's not to say that, you need to push past it and just go for it. There's a process. There's a way to sit with these energies and these feelings so that you can honor them and accept them without having to fight an uphill battle against them. You know what I mean? I just feel like there's going to be an awakening, a wake-up call that's going to happen for you, that's going to make you realize, okay, this needs to change. Because we have the Four of Cups, the Tower, and the King of Swords. I see some sort of truth coming out for you. It might be uncomfortable at first because I do feel like it's you recognizing within yourself, like, wait a minute, I've been holding myself back. But what a beautiful thing, though. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather me hold myself back than society, than someone else. I'd rather have that power, and you do. Tell me more about the Emperor here. Yeah, the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups with the Six of Wands. See, yeah, I feel like you're frozen because you're not sure how to have that success, that victory that you're looking for. You're not sure which way to go or how that process is going to look. For people like this, and sometimes I can get stuck like this too, right? When you're so focused on the big goal, it almost paralyzes you because you don't even know. Like, it's like trying to eat an entire sandwich in one bite, and you're just like, let me look at this and stare at it for a second because I have no idea. I'm not a snake, and I can't unhook my jaw and consume something whole like that. So let me think about it, you know? Cut it up into bite-sized bits for yourself. There's no reason you have to have it all figured out immediately. It's okay to be on the path and still figure out what that path is, right? Because you're still on it. Whether you're standing still, walking backwards, or going forward, you're on your path. So allow yourself to be okay with knocking off little things while you work your way to where it is you want to be. I think this is just like, what is it, like procrastination or like paralysis, because you're like, this is a big order. I don't know how to do it. I'm just going to freeze until I figure it out. But a lot of the times we don't know what we're doing and we figure it out as we go. So be okay with that process. Be okay with not figuring it out immediately. Also, that kind of makes it boring, like if you immediately have it all figured out and you know what to do, like, then what are we doing? There needs to be some sort of excitement, some sort of, unknown in all of it. That's the part of being human. So appreciate that. Okay, let's see. I feel like either the Ace of Swords, the Strength card, Hermit, Queen of Swords. Why not both? All right, tell me more about the Queen of Swords, the Hermit. Just one, the King of Swords. Okay, fierce. So I definitely feel it's a matter of blending your masculine and feminine energy. And you could be in a relationship or dealing with someone you're close with, or maybe there's a couple close to you that can help you with this, help you figure yourself out, help you figure out what little steps you need to take. Because the Queen of Swords, King of Swords, that's all about following your truth. And those are your cards, your energy, Libra. So Spirit's saying deep down, you know the answers. You know what to do. You may not know every single step along the way or how to get to the end goal, but that's not how this process is supposed to work, It's like kind of like baking a cake. Like, you don't do it all at once and, hope for the best. You take it step by step. Just following a recipe. That's what you're doing. Take it step by step. Okay? Tell me more about the Ace of Swords, the Strength. All right, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles. You guys could be seeing fives a lot. I feel like there's a lot of hesitation because you're scared about things not working out. You're scared about not being good enough. You're scared about people not respecting you, about losing something, or being, sad, or I don't know, you're just like planning for the worst here, I feel. But what if the best happened? What if it all worked out? Can you savor in that for a minute? Because you got to realize you create your own reality, The thoughts, the words, the actions, the choices you make create your reality. So if you're focusing on what could go wrong, the universe will match that, and that will be the frequency you're on. Or if you focus on what could go right, the energy, the universe will match that. You have to recognize that you're in a lot more control than you give yourself credit for. I think a lot of that stems from the past, maybe even childhood, and you're kind of replaying these stories in your head in that way. This is what I was telling Sagittarius. If you're telling a story that doesn't work for you and it keeps you stuck, keeps you in a victim mindset, tell it differently. Focus on what you gained from a situation. Focus on what could go right and see what happens. Okay? All right, let's look into this Three of Swords, Five of Wands, Five of Pentacles real quick. See, the Six of Swords wanted to flip out. Gorgeous. With the Wheel of Fortune, the Seven of Pentacles, Spirit is saying you have a new chapter for you here. You're planting seeds that will grow into something beautiful. I mean, you started out with the Empress, the King of Cups, Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles. Those are very abundant, beautiful cards. But you have so much fear, so much doubt surrounding it that you can't even see that you're moving on to such a beautiful new chapter. And the Wheel of Fortune, that's fate, that's destiny. You're meant for this good energy. But what you focus on grows, right? So either grow something good or don't be surprised when you're met with horrible energy, you know? You have to be more accountable for what you're putting out there. And with the Five of Cups, you know, Spirit is acknowledging you've been through a lot of highs and lows. But so is everyone. You know what I mean? You can't stay stuck in what went wrong. You have the capability to create a beautiful life based on your perspective. Surprise yourself. Okay, Libra? All right. We're going to close it out with some oracle messages, and that'll be that. And if this resonated, let me know. Like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you'd like, and share this video with a fellow Libra if you feel so inclined. All right, Sun in Virgo, number 6, endeavor. You reap what you sow. Exactly. What you put in, the seeds that you plant are going to grow. So notice, what are the seeds you're planting? Even if you're planting like the idea that you want to be successful, move forward, whatever this is, how are you planting those seeds? Are you saying this is never going to happen and planting them? Or are you saying I have everything I need, I can make this happen, I co-create with the universe, I am the universe in a human body? How are you approaching these energies? Because again, if you don't believe it, if you're not pouring love, positivity into these things, it's not going to pour that back into you. That's just not how it works. So be like aware of the vibration that you're on. And if you don't like where you're at, meditate about it, journal about it, listen to some affirmations, do whatever you got to do to change it up. We have eclipse in Taurus, number 26. That makes 8. Reevaluation, a change of heart. Beautiful. I like all these sunflowers. Maybe you guys like sunflowers. Maybe there's a sunflower field near your house. Maybe on a walk that you guys take. That might be specific. But yeah, there's a change that's going to happen. It's time for a reevaluation. Because Spirit is tired of you holding yourself back. Like, that's silly. We're not doing that anymore. Let's focus on the energy we're putting out, on the frequency that we're matching with, and change it up if it's not working. All right, Moon in Cancer, number 16. That makes 7. 6, 7, 8. Cool. So things are slowly unfolding for you. But Moon in Cancer says belonging, a sensitive, introspective phase. Yeah, this is definitely a time of reflection, going within, and really asking yourself, like, do I really want something to happen in the way it's happening? Am I ready to change? Am I ready to take accountability for the energy I'm putting into something? You know? And last card here, Eclipse in Cancer, number 28, which makes 10, which is all about things coming to full circle, closing out cycles, and acceptance. An emotional phase or domestic development. Yeah. There's a lot going on here. And with 2 Cancer cards, that's a very sensitive, emotional sign. So I do see that you're really acknowledging, like, okay, if the energy I put out is what I get back, I have no one else to blame but myself. And it's not that I want you to feel ashamed or guilty or bad about yourself. I don't want that. But I want you to recognize your power in creating your own reality. And I want you to decide, if this isn't working for me, what do I need? What do I need to change? What do I need to embrace? Point the finger at yourself, not at the world, not at the past, because you're the only one that can make those things impact you negatively or positively. It just depends on what you want. Okay? All right. That's all I have for you today, Libra. Thanks for watching. If you would like, I have all my social media down below if you want more content and all that. Don't forget to check out your other placements. And I also do a weekly tarot scope. So if you want to get more details about your week to week, check those out. I also have my website linked down below if you would like to book a personal reading, an alchemy ceremony, or if you want to join my newsletter. It's a great way to get exclusive content and more guidance on the readings and everything I put out, get rituals, cool stuff like that. And yeah, just check it out if you want. But that's all I've got for you. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, Libra. I believe in you. And I want you to believe in yourself. So you have a beautiful day, okay? Don't hold yourself back. Bye-bye.